Hello, happy Wednesday. This is an asynchronous assignment. So we're going to do build an atom activity. We're going to use this activity guide, and then we're going to use this activity guide to draw it. So I'm going to click on this Phet build an atom simulation. And what comes up, it says, so I'm going to click on this. So this is what you're going to need to do in order to fill this out. I will do a lot of it for you, but you're going to need to do it in order to get this to work. Okay, so we're going to select the build the atom. Here we are. So expand the net charges. So that means click on this. And then and the mass numbers. And then it says click on the stable or unstable. Add, so in the instructions it says, so I've done all three. I've opened it, I've selected the atom, I've expanded the net charge, I've checked on the stable or unstable, add the correct number of protons. So now I'm on 5. Add the correct number of protons, neutrons, and electrons to build the lithium atom, and that is both stable and neutral. Okay, so let's try that first. All right, so lithium. So we're going to add protons until we get to the lithium. Here's the proton. 1, so there, that gives me hydrogen. 2, it gives me helium. And then 3, that's lithium. All right. So we want to make it stable. So it has a net charge of +3, and the stability, it's unstable. So to do that, we need to add neutrons until it says it's stable. So we've added 2 neutrons, 3 neutrons, and you can see right here, I've got protons in the orange, and I have neutrons in the gray. So now I'm stable, but notice it says both stable and neutral. It has to be a neutral atom. It's a +3. So we have to do, remember in the first shell, we have to put 2 in here. So I'm still a +1. And if you try to put it into the first shell, it won't let you do that. Okay, so now I'm going to write in here. See if I can do this. All right, so I'm going to use the marker, the pen, and you'll notice that I have up here, I have 3 protons. So I'm going to write 3 protons, right? And I have 3 neutrons and 3 electrons. The mass number is 6. And so I get the mass number from here. And the net charge is 0. Element's name, lithium. All right. So that's how we do that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will do the ones I'll do beryllium, hydrogen. I'll do the ones on the side all the way to nitrogen, and you do carbon and the ones on, so you're going to do the right side, I'm going to do the left. All right, so let's go to beryllium. Let's get rid of these electrons here. So let's just do a restart. Okay, my mass and stable. So beryllium, it's asking for a net charge of 1 and stable. So see that net charge of 1 stable. We're going to put our electron picture is here as well. So let's add protons. Remember, protons the DNA until we get to beryllium. And beryllium is Be. There we go. 4, beryllium. And here you've got the name. It matches this name. We want it to be stable. So remember, neutrons give us stability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5. You can see that on this picture right here. Protons and neutrons. And we want to have a net +1 charge. So we have +4. So we're going to put 1, 2 in the first shell, and 3. And look at, we have a +1 charge. So what we're going to do here is we're going to draw our charges, our electrons. Okay, I'm going to draw those, make some circles, and I'm going to put this on the second, right like that. I have 4 protons. I have 5 neutrons. And I have 3 electrons. The atomic mass is 9. You get that from that balance there. The mass number, I'm sorry, the atomic number is the number of protons. So this is 4. Atomic mass goes here, that's 9. And that's how I do that first one. Okay, I'm going to resume the recording here. All right, so we're going to make hydrogen. Hydrogen on the periodic table, and it says a mass number of 3, 0 net charge, and unstable. So we want to click on unstable. Right, and you'll notice it has the atoms already in here. So it looks like got 1 proton and 2 neutrons. It's unstable, has a mass of 3, exactly what I was looking for. Right, and it says a net charge of 0. So it has a net charge of 1. This in there, and now I have a net charge of 0, a mass of 3. My atomic number is going to be how many protons there are. So my atomic number here is 1. Number of protons is 1. Number of neutrons is 2. And number of electrons is 1. And I'm going to put that electron right here. Okay, unstable, mass of 3, charge of 0. And the reason we have a charge of 0 is because the protons are equal to the electrons. In this last one, we had a net charge of +1, and because we have 4 protons and 3 electrons. All right, so let's do this next one. So a mass number of 16. Let's go back and reset this. All right, so we want it to be stable. So remember, mass number of 16 has both protons and neutrons in here. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try 8 protons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 protons, and it looks like we have the same amount, and we'll need, so that's an oxygen, it looks like. Now we're going to need to have the same number of, let's go stability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is stable, has a mass of 16. Remember, the atomic number is going to be 8. That's the protons, right? So, and we're looking for 0 net charge. So remember, 8 protons, 8 neutrons, and 8 electrons. 8 electrons, protons and electrons cancel each other out. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 8. Neutral atom. Neutral atom, 0 net charge, 16. So let's put those atoms in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and this is oxygen. Oxygen. All right, last one. This is nitrogen. So they're telling you what it is. So notice nitrogen is next to oxygen. It's the letter N. Reset this. Stable. And nitrogen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we should have 7 protons. 1 is hydrogen, 2 is helium, 3 is lithium, 4 is beryllium, 5 is boron, 6 is carbon, 7 is nitrogen. All right, so we want to have stable again. So we're going to put down that the atomic number is 7. That's how many protons I have. And we're going to put 7 there. And if we want to have a net charge of -1, that means it's got to have more electrons than protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's a neutral atom, but we want to have a -1, so we have to add 1 more minus charge, 8. So we've got, oops, and we want to have it stable. Sorry about that. I'm going to do that. 1, usually 7 will do it. 3, 4, the same number as the protons. 6, 7. Yep, 7 and 7. You can see from this chart, 7, 7, and 8. So I'm going to put 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 and 2 is 8. All right. So that is the assignment. You're going to finish these 4 problems. You're going to do carbon, and they give you some hints here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a net charge of 5. Net charge is 0, so that means if I put the electrons here as 5, that means a proton's going to be here as 5. So you can look at that, right? 10 neutrons helps you a lot of times. And it's neon, so you can see where neon is, and E, and fluorine. And all these are stable with a 0. They don't say the charges on this one. So, okay, so that's where we're going to stop, and you can finish this up. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen.